Good afternoon and welcome to the Fat Gent. As you all know, there's a plethora of YouTube watch talkers. I like watches, but I wouldn't consider myself a watch talker as such. I'll show the odd watch. I don't get too involved in details or technicalities about them. I like what I like, and that's it. I've been watching Federico from Federico Talks Watches a lot on YouTube recently, and I found him to be the most enjoyable to watch, and the information he gives for me, for my standard of, for my limited standard of watch knowledge, I find him to be the easiest to digest information. He talks fairly common sense. A lot of these other channels now, they're flogging a dead horse. You see them, top 5 watches under $200. Next week they come out, top 5 watches under $600, and the following week it's under $1,000. They're flogging a dead horse now, trying to make up content. So I've been looking for a chronograph, and I've come to a bit of a dead end, a bit of a standstill with it. A good friend had lusted after an Avitimer, as had I, and to be honest, it was on my want list. He got it, and to be honest, it's disappointing. He is disappointed with it. I don't think he'll keep it that long. He got it at a really good discount, like a fantastic discount. He could move it without losing any money on it. But I think this was his mistake. We all make mistakes buying watches. My biggest mistake was buying a Bell & Ross. I travelled to London to get it. From memory, there was one UK shop that sold them. I think it was called Jess James or Jesse James. It was in around Carnaby Street in London. So myself and my cousin headed over to London so that I could get this watch. And I loved the look of them. I bought it, and I thought it was amazing. And its wee flaws, I think I ignored them because I didn't want them to be there. But after 6 months, you realise what a shockingly bad watch it was. The hands would move if you would look at it, and it'd be 4:30. A minute later, you'd look at it and it would say 4:25. The hands sometimes just, if you shook your wrist too hard, the hands would move. Wine, it was horrible movement in it. It was a truly awful watch. But it was one of the big square, chunky watches I thought would suit me. It didn't. It was horrible. That was my mistake. I think we all have to make mistakes in buying watches. And I think that this Avitimer is the mistake my cousin's made. But sorry, I went off on a tangent there. I'm looking at a chronograph. The Daytona has never appealed to me, but the new ceramic Daytona, I like it a lot. I think it's nice. To me, the Daytona bezel never looked right on a Daytona. It never framed the actual face of the watch, the dial of the watch. And now the ceramic, I think, just frames it and sets it off really well. But I don't know if I could go for a Daytona. They're a lot of dough, they're a lot of money, and they're just a bit smaller than what I wanted. I thought about the Breitling for Bentley, which I had one several years ago and I sold it. I traded it in to get my Rolex, the Hulk. I miss the watch, but I'm so happy with the Hulk that it doesn't matter. And then, lo and behold, a few weeks ago, I saw the video from Federico about the Breitling Chronomat 44 with their new 01 in-house movement. Now, if you watch the channel, you know the movements don't really bother me too much. But it just sounds so good. There's 70-hour power reserve. Federico says it's maybe one of the best chronograph movements, and certainly one of the most robust chronograph movements. So it all sounded well and good. And then I thought about my cousins with an Avitimer. It had like a 30 meters water resistant or something like that. Whereas he was afraid to shower in it or go for a swim in it. I thought, no, I can't be annoyed with that. Assuming the Chronomat 44 would be the same. But it doesn't. It's got screw down pushers. 500 meters water resistant for this chronograph. Now, that's unheard of. For me, for my knowledge, that's unheard of. So I've been looking at them online on the Breitling website, configuring them. They're a really nice watch. They're a very nice watch. Stainless steel, it's like polished stainless steel with the strap, and they do the blue dial with like black rings and I think it's a wee black outer to it. To me, it looks really smart. It's a very, very nice looking watch. I was speaking to my watch dealer chap today. Now he's on holiday at the minute, and he's offered me a fairly good price on one. I think we'll wiggle it down a wee bit more. So whenever he gets back from his holiday, he's gonna get me one, just to let it see, just see what it's like on my wrist, and that could well be my next watch. I've been struggling to decide what to go for. As I say, I wanted a chronograph. I also like the idea of Tudor. I've always liked Tudor. I like the Tudor Monte Carlo. I like the Pelagos in the blue. I like the new bronze one. The old black bays, I don't like. I know people are now getting into collecting them. They think they're going to be sought after with the ETA movement, with the curved writing on it. I don't like the look of the watch, and I'm buying watches to wear, not to invest in. So I'll walk away from that. So I just want to say, basically, Federico, thank you very much for opening my eyes to this watch, a watch which I have every time bypassed. I've went to Navitimers or I've went to the Bentleys. I've never once stopped to look at a Chronomat, the Chronomat 44. And from looking at it, researching it a wee bit, watching different YouTube channels, it looks like one of the most sturdy, robust watches out there. And hopefully that will be my next watch. So thank you very much for watching, and any information, any comments would be really greatly appreciated. Thank you. Bye bye.